Shares of IIFL Finance shot up nearly 7% today after the Reserve Bank of India lifted its restrictions on the company's gold loan operations effective immediately. The stock witnessed a strong gap-up opening, even rallying as much as 13% at one point during the intraday trade, but it couldn't hold onto those gains and ended the day near its low, still up about 7%. Now, for investors out there, you might be wondering what's the next move for IIFL Finance. Is this still a good time to buy the stock? To break it down and more, we have got Akshay Bhagwat, Senior Vice President of Derivatives Research at JM Financial, joining us. A very good afternoon to you, Akshay. Thank you for giving us time here on News 9. Now, the shares of IIFL Finance witnessed a very sharp surge on the back of RBI lifting the ban on its gold loan business. However, as the day went on, the momentum seemed to have fizzled out, with the stock closing near its day's low. Has the short-term impact of this ban lift already been priced in?
Yes, today, yes, it's a big news of IIFL Finance company, where the RBI had lifted its restrictions imposed on the company's gold loan business. So I believe the decision is effective immediately, and that allows the company to resume its disbursal, assignment, sale of gold loans in compliance with all the relevant laws and regulations. But somewhere, if you look at the price charts today, the shares of the stock were trading in a weak trajectory and have been sideways. In fact, day before yesterday, there was some selling from its resistance area of 530. Today, there was a very strong gap opening. In fact, 560 is where it tested, and the closing is just around its resistance area. So I believe this was more on account of the fact that there was a strong gap up opening. A lot of weaker hands have been kind of caught up in the stock since long, and they're just waiting for an exit route, considering the fact that the markets, if you compare it with the peers and with the markets, the prices have somewhere not rewarded its shareholders much in terms of the price move. Probably that's the reason why you did see an intraday weakness, but this is just intraday. Overall, my assessment of this stock is that there is a resistance at the levels of 535. This resistance is valid if you are a day trader or you're a carry forward trader. Even if it cools down from Monday onwards, it's not a reason to worry about, because the volumes are tremendous here. A lot of shares have changed hands looking at the strong action today. And my sense is that it might take time, but again, there is a good probability where the charts are hinting that the setup might see the stock heading for the levels of 640. These levels were seen somewhere in December 2024. So December 2023. So those levels should be on in IIFL Finance in the next 3 to 5 months time.
Alright, what type of a trader should consider trading IIFL Finance, and what are the key price levels should they look for when entering the stock?
Yeah. Assuming that the way the prices trade here, I think this stock would suit more of a trader who has patience and time to commit at least a couple of months in this trade. So if you are eyeing minimum 3 months, then the targets of 640 would work well for you. Really, the 640 from the current levels of 530 really would be a very strong return in case the prices go on my estimated projection. Now, entry points here. What exactly would be the best rates to enter? So since the view is a bit 3 months plus, I think 3-4% move here and there, should not bother you much, because, exact micro timing is really important for people who have a weekly view or a couple of days view, a BTST view, because any movement 1 or 2% also against your buying may hurt your position. So yes, if you're searching for levels, then one criteria is let it sustain above 550. That just clears up the air that the prior resistance of 530 is no more valid. That resistance has been taken out, and now the short term the scenario is the tide is turning in favor of the bulls, and the momentum may catch on very fast. So the first criteria is if 550 sustains, then fresh buyers the people who are looking from technical scanners, all these scanners will throw up buy signals on this stock. Now, in case the second scenario is that if 550 doesn't go, and from the current levels, the resistance of 530 where we close today exactly becomes more active, there is slight weakness, then the levels of 500 is the another active level where I would be keen on taking a buy trade again. Now, in terms of the stop losses on this trade, well, I think the stop loss should not be a very small stop loss because the nature of this stock is that it is pretty volatile. If you're going to work with small stops and small targets, this is not the right stock for you. So ideally, any move below 400 would kind of need a review. It would change the technical outlook which I have currently. So any stop would be below 400. Average till 500. I believe 640 is more of a medium term target, and there the stock would need a further review of the further upside to unfold from a long term perspective.